Let's start with the Bears. They had the first overall pick last year. They've got the 10th pick this year. They can't leave the draft without what, Chris?
Well, I think the first thing you just got to state a little bit is they've done really good a job in free agency, right? They were one of the teams I think we were all impressed with some of the moves they made. Offensively, let's just start there in a broad picture. There's not much they need. I mean, receivers, Odunze, DJ Moore, Zacchaeus, they signed him in free agency. Running back, DeAndre Swift, tight end, Cole Kmet, the O-line. A lot of people think they're going to be looking for a left tackle. I don't know if they might be, but Braxton Jones did a good job last year at left tackle. So I look at the offense and go, if they want to draft somebody on offense, it's just for icing on top of the cake there. That's what it'd be. People sometimes put them in Ashton Genty or something like that. All right, maybe they would make that type of move. But the thing I look at, I think more than anything, is edge pass rusher. I think that's what I look at, right? They got Grady Jarrett in free agency. They got Dio Odiembengo, right, from the Colts. But he's kind of a hybrid D tackle, not always DN pass rusher type. That's not what you want him to be. So I think when I really come down to it, I think it would be pass rusher. Pass rusher and maybe another corner to the mix, but really I think pass rusher is the only thing I look at. You look at the Bears and you go, they're pretty well orchestrated as a roster right now.
They still could use some help on the offensive line, I think, just because you're investing in Caleb Williams, and he's your franchise guy. And look at the offensive line that they put together when Ben Johnson, the head coach now, was in Detroit as the offensive coordinator.
Right.
You need a wall. You need to build a wall in Chicago, and they're better, and they used trades, free agency to address it, but I still feel like you want to have more
depth.
And you
there.
want to let them play it out, and let's find out who the best are. Let's not assume these older guys we've brought in, like a Jonah Jackson or Joe Tooney, maybe the wheels are starting to come off. There's a reason the Chiefs traded him. Maybe they got ahead of it and they knew what we didn't notice from the film. And let's have a younger guy into this mix. And even if only to learn from a Tooney while he's still here.
I can see that.
And get some of the tricks of the trade.
Right.
And be part of the foundation going forward.
I can see that. Something just to bolster the room, something for going forward, right? I don't think they probably waste a number 10 pick on a guy like that, like you're explaining, but still, later on in the draft, certainly. I hear you there. The other one, too, I think is safety. Right? They got Jaquan Brisker, who's a good football player. Kevin Byard, we know, is up there in years as far as the other safety is concerned, too. So I think like the two I settle on, right? I see your logic with the offensive line. But I think like when I look at those, pick 10, pick 39, pick 41, I got to think pass rusher is a part of one of those three picks. And if they get that really gives them a lot of depth and versatility on their D-line in a big, big way.
Yeah, and I think you're right. We talked about this last week when we were getting into the who's really going to be looking at edge rushers. They need somebody opposite Montez Sweat, period.
Yeah,
right. And when you look at all the great quarterbacks, if J.J. McCarthy pans out in the division, all the more reason to be able to get after the quarterback. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.